Welcome to week 3, Using Mail Merge, part 2. Let's take a look at this week's objectives. Week 3 objectives. We're going to review week 2. We're going to create mailing labels, create a phone directory, sort a data source, filter a data source, convert text to a table, and convert a table to text. Let's get started. So to review last week's objectives, starting a mail merge from scratch, we needed to create a data source. We did this last week by opening up Microsoft Excel, and so I have Microsoft Excel opened with the data source already created. So to recap, remember in columns we have the column headings, or we call them fields, like title, first name, last name, address, city, state, zip code, and I have phone number. And then going across each row, we would have the records. We would save this, give it a name, and we would close the data source. I closed out of Excel. I've opened up Microsoft Word, and I have a partially created letter. So we're ready to get started with the mail merge. And so we go to the Mailings tab. Remember, everything is grayed out right now. So step 1, start the mail merge. We're going to do a letter. Select the recipients. That's that Excel data source that was created. So we're going to click Use an Existing List. And we navigate to where that lives. And again, that should be on my desktop in the data source folder. And the one I was using is called Group Names. And I hit Open. It's going to always be the first sheet. Hit OK. And remember, the things that were grayed out are now active. So step 2, write and insert merge fields. Again, we did this last week. So I'm going to add the address block. I'm going to hit Enter. I'm going to add the greeting line. And last week I showed you how to insert just any field, and so I'll do that one more time. So instead of just saying enclosed at the beginning, I would like the first name. So again, up in the Write and Insert Fields group, drop down on the Insert Merge Fields, and you can pick any of them. So first name, comma, space. And so we now know how to, or reminded again, on how to add the merge fields. We can preview our results. And then the last step, finish the merge, edit individual documents, hit OK. And now as I scroll, I could see all 15 or however many letters we have there. So let me go to File. I'm going to go ahead and close this, not save the changes. I'm also back to the form letter. I don't need to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and just open up a blank document. Okay, so new this week, again, still sticking with the mail merge, we're going to create mailing labels. So the scenario is we just created the letter, and now we want to have mailing labels. So again, it starts the same way. You go to the Mailings tab. Again, everything is grayed out. Start the mail merge. This time we're going to select Labels. Everything again still grayed out. We pick our label options. And so the label vendor, I'm going to choose Avery. And so what you do is you just match the label to whatever box, or excuse me, we match the brand to whatever box of labels we have. So I'm picking Avery US Letter. And on the box you will see a product code. And so you'd find the product code. And I'm going to use label 5160. If I can find it. A lot of labels. Getting close. Okay, label 5160 and its address label, and you would hit OK. This is a table, and this is where we would create our address labels. And so you can see Table Tools, Design, and Layout. We went over tables in our first word class. So let me just go back to the Layout tab here. So in our table group, it has View Grid Lines. So if you don't see the grid lines, you don't need them. But if it doesn't match mine, that's what you need to do. Just go to the Table Layout tab. You can choose to view the grid lines. Let me go back to Mailings. Okay, next step, we have to select our recipients. I'm going to use that same Excel spreadsheet. So use an existing sheet. Back to the desktop, data source, group names, and OK. Things are no longer grayed out. Since I'm doing mailing labels, I can go ahead and just hit the address block. Hit OK. Now we have to remember that we need the address block in each one of these cells. And so the easy way to do that is in the Write and Insert Fields group. You're going to see in the bottom right corner, Update Labels. We click Update Labels, and it generates the address block, or whatever we have in there, in each of these. We can preview the results. Again, even though it looks like the data labels, and it will not look any different because it can all fit on one sheet, we need to make sure we finish the merge. Edit Individual, hit OK, and there you have it. So you put your labels in your printer, and you're ready to print them. And go to File, Close, Don't Save. Again, this is our labels. I'm going to delete the address block here. Just because these are address labels, maybe you're having something with the company that you need to have people's just names. So you can also use these labels for other things. So if I wanted to put somebody's name on here, we could go to the Insert Merge field, first name, space, last name. I'm going to just update those labels just so you can see, and I could finish the merge. Edit Individual, and OK. I would take the time and I would go ahead and center these. Maybe make the font a little larger, so you get the idea here. So let me close. Don't save. Our next objective was to go ahead and create a phone directory. So let me open up a blank document. Back to Mailings. Start Mail Merge. This time we're going to choose Directory. Again, it gets very repetitive, Mail Merge. So next step, select Recipients. Use the same existing list. And everything is. So I'm ready to place the individual fields. So I'm going to the Insert Merge fields. So on the phone directory, I'd like their first name. I'm going to hit the Tab key in between. I'd like the last name, Tab, and then I will pick their phone number. From the first word class, you should have learned how to set tabs. So right by default in this corner, there's a left tab ready. So it's as easy as going up to the ruler and just clicking. So I want my first tab at the 2-inch. You can see it's spread out. And I'll put my second tab at the 4-inch. When you're doing a directory, so you want a different first name, last name, and phone number on an additional line. And then, so the first trick to accomplish placing a new record on an additional line is to make sure that you hit the Enter key. So you always have a blank line when you're creating a phone directory. Okay, we could preview the results. We would still only see the first line. When I finish the merge, edit individual documents, choosing OK, and we have our telephone directory. Again, once you do this, you can go ahead and size, you can put column headings above it, whatever you'd like to do to fancy it up. That's how you make a directory using Mail Merge. Next, I'd like to show you how to convert text to a table. So I have a Word document, and it has some text keyed in, but in order for us to use this as a data source, it would have to have the table format in Microsoft Word, and we talked about that last week. And so instead of creating a table and retyping this text, we can go ahead and convert it to a table. So I'm going to turn on our non-printing characters, and I'm doing that so you can see that each column of text is separated by a tab character. So it could be separated by a comma or just a space, but this is separated by a tab character. So to change this text into a table, we go ahead and select all lines. Then we're going to go to the Insert tab. We're going to choose Table. We're going to choose Insert Table. And you can see how easy that is. And so now we'll be able to save this as a data source and use it to go ahead and start a mail merge. There may be times when we have our information in a table, just like we do right now, but we need it to be in regular text instead of a table. So to convert a table to text, we have the table up. We go under our table tools and choose the layout. And in the layout, you see Convert to Text. We choose Convert to Text. You see Separate Text with tabs. We could say separate with comma, separate it with a hyphen. Because we saw how it looked with tabs, I'm going to separate it with commas, even though it's not going to look as nice, just to show you we have a choice there. I hit OK. You can see title, comma, first name, comma, last name, address, on and on. So again, we just converted a table to text. Tips for a successful week. Don't procrastinate. Please log in. Complete all reading assignments. Watch the videos. Submit this week's assignment. It's a quiz. And contact me and let me help you cross that finish line. Have a great week 3, everyone. Take care.